Have you ever wondered why you remember your first kiss, your first day of school, but not your first steps? You were alive. You had eyes, ears, emotions. You cried, laughed, felt joy and pain, and yet it's like the first years of your life simply vanished. This mystery is so common we rarely question it, but it's one of the strangest puzzles in neuroscience. Why don't we remember our early childhood? Why is our past, our very beginning, hidden from us? Let's go deeper. It starts with a name: childhood amnesia. That's what scientists call it. The inability to recall memories before age 3 or 4. And for most of us, it's not just a few events. It's total darkness. But why? One explanation has to do with brain development. When you're born, your brain isn't done growing. At birth, it's only about 25% of its adult size. By age 3, it doubles. But it's not just about size. The hippocampus, the brain's memory center, is still immature. It can't properly form or store episodic memories, the kind that record moments in time. In fact, neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons, happens at a much higher rate in infancy. And ironically, this rapid growth may disrupt memory consolidation. So even if something emotional or important happened at age 1, your brain may never have been able to save it. But that's not the full story, because babies do have memory. They recognize voices. They learn to crawl, stand, walk, speak. So how can they remember how to talk, but forget everything else? This leads us to another layer, the type of memory. There's procedural memory, the unconscious kind, like learning to walk or ride a bike. And then there's declarative memory, the conscious kind, like remembering your 3rd birthday party. The brain records both, but it develops them at different times. Procedural memory forms early. Episodic memory takes longer. So your earliest memories may not be gone. They may just be unreachable, buried in a format your current brain can't access. There's more. To create lasting memories, we often need language, a way to organize the world, to give events meaning. But before age 2 or 3, children have very limited vocabulary. They experience the world, but don't know how to label it. No before, no after, no sense of "I was there." Without language, memories become like smoke, fleeting, unshaped, impossible to hold. As your language grows, your memory system evolves. It's like switching file formats, but the old files are no longer compatible. Even when toddlers experience fear or trauma, they often forget, but their bodies don't. Early fears can shape behavior years later, even without conscious memory. The body remembers, even when the mind does not. It's called implicit memory, the hidden kind, stored in patterns of emotion and behavior. So maybe your fear of deep water, or your comfort in a certain voice, isn't random. It might be a whisper from before you could speak. Then comes pruning, not of trees, but of neurons. Your baby brain creates more connections than it needs. But as you grow, it trims them away. This helps the brain specialize, become faster, smarter, more efficient. But it comes at a cost. Some memories stored in those pathways are lost forever. So childhood amnesia might not be just forgetting. It might be sacrifice. The price we pay to become who we are. But there's another possibility, one that reaches beyond the physical brain: consciousness. What if the you that remembers didn't fully exist yet? No stable identity, no observer. Can memory exist without a self to witness it? Some philosophers suggest that before we develop a sense of I, we're more like a stream of perception. No boundaries, no ego. Maybe the memories aren't lost. Maybe the person who had them hadn't fully arrived. Your first memory, how old were you? Most say around 3 or 4. But why not 1? Why not the moment you were born? Because memory isn't a recording. It's a reconstruction, a story we tell ourselves. And without the tools to tell it, the story can't begin. And even when we think we remember, can we trust it? Memories are fragile, malleable, easily rewritten. So even if you remember being in the crib, was it real? Or a dream built from photos, feelings, and stories? Still, some memories leave invisible marks. Experiences that shaped your brain without you ever knowing. Exposure to language affects future fluency. Emotional signals influence attachment. Even when you don't remember, your brain does. It's like writing in invisible ink. It shapes the page, but only special lights can reveal it. So why don't we remember our early childhood? Maybe because our brain was too young. Maybe because our language wasn't ready. Maybe because we grew and left those memories behind. Or maybe they were never meant to stay. Our first years shaped us. Even if we don't recall them, they taught us to walk, to speak, to feel love, to fear danger. They are the silent architects of who we are. And maybe the reason we forget is because remembering would be too much. Because the real mystery isn't just why we forget, It's that somehow we still carry those moments with us. Every step, every heartbeat, every decision, shaped by memories we don't remember, but never truly lost. If this made you pause or reflect, consider subscribing for more, like the video to support the channel, or leave a comment below, even if it's just your first memory.